Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Queen Square. I'm John Duncan. I have the pleasure and the honour of being Clinical Director of the hospital, but also a trustee of the National Brain Appeal. So it gives me double pleasure to be here because I think the NBA is a fantastic charity. It supports so much of what we do at the hospital. And as Clinical Director, I have no trouble thinking of great projects for the NBA to fundraise for. This is the third Christopher Sporborg Memorial Lecture. Some of you will remember Christopher Sporborg as the very dynamic, iconic chairman of the National Brain Appeal for many years. Did a fantastic job. A hard act to follow, but we're very pleased that Peter Stone was able to take up the challenge of being the current chairman of the National Brain Appeal. And if you haven't met Peter, I'm sure you will before long. Now, examples of the fantastic support the National Brain Appeal gives the hospital. I mean, at the moment, they've raised really £4 million for 2 new operating theatres that will start construction later this year, and that as well as increasing our theatre complement from 4 theatres to 6. These 2 new ones will be much bigger and have much better airflow for particularly for complex spinal cases need lots of equipment. It also enables the 4 current theatres that are now 22 years old to be extensively refurbished, and in fact really to be rebuilt and to bring them up to current day standards, and will also improve the recovery. And this is a key part of the hospital's current redevelopment programme that we're currently spending 25 million on over the next 2 years to meet the capacity of the patients who want to come here and who need to come here for life-changing treatment. A further great project that the NBA is still fundraising for is the expansion of the Molly Lane Fox brain cancer unit. This was started as 12 beds on the ground floor of our Chandler wing some years ago, has been a great success, and a great success to the extent that it's too small. And at the moment there are many patients who have brain cancer who can't get a bed in the Molly Lane Fox unit because it's full, and they have to be located on other wards in the hospital, which is not ideal. So in discussion with the NBA and the Molly Lane Fox Fund, they've very generously agreed to raise £500,000 to essentially double the size of the Molly Lane Fox unit and put it up onto the 4th floor of the Chandler wing. And that work again starts within a few months' time, and that will be ready, and that will be a huge step forward for the care of people with brain cancer. And also in parallel with the 2 extra theatres, it'll allow us to take those individuals with brain cancer from Barts and the London, who in that clinical work is migrating here. And those developments are absolutely essential to allow us to do that. So that's what's been happening, and that's what's happening right now. And the focus of this evening is on the next big project, the next big idea, and that's stroke. Now, stroke, as you all know, is extremely common and affects many people, particularly as we get older, becomes closer on the horizon. And Rob Simister, who will be our first speaker, has done a fantastic job with the hyperacute stroke unit up at UCH, which has reduced the mortality and the morbidity from stroke hugely in north central London. It really has been a beacon of how stroke care can be improved. And he's going to tell you about that and give you the context of stroke. And then Nick Ward, who's one of our academic rehabilitationists, is going to give you an insight into the latest work on rehabilitation of people with stroke. And then the third speaker is Peter Cowley, who's an interventional radiologist, and he's going to talk to you about what interventional radiologists can do to restore blood flow to parts of the brain that are being damaged, and really to prevent the brain damage that otherwise would be caused. And this is a fantastic development that we're now going to bring to Queen Square, and a key part of a forthcoming appeal by the National Brain Appeal is to enable the creation of a hyperacute unit for the urgent treatment of stroke, which we hope to achieve over the coming months. So that's the context. That's what the National Brain Appeal has done, a huge amount for the hospital, and that's why this evening's focus is on stroke and the developments that are going on right now here, and to whet your appetite for the changes to come. So